to the point, where we get directly to the point. We learn more about Jesus, we dig deeper, and we find out, can we trust him? Yes, we can. And today, we're going to learn that Jesus supplies all our needs. In fact, our big idea is Jesus has the power to provide, so we can go to him with our needs. We've been hearing a lot about Jesus these last few weeks, and today we're going to hear more. We're going to go live on location with our special reporter, Annabelle. Annabelle, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you for that, Leslie. I am reporting live and on location just outside Galilee. Stories have been circulating around about Jesus and what he has been doing. Apparently he has been teaching, healing the sick, casting out demons from people, and even raising people from the dead. That's incredible. People are coming from all over the country and the world, and they want to see Jesus. They just can't get enough. Today was definitely not an exception. There was a crowd of people, about 5,000 men, not including their wives and their children. That's a lot of people who wanted to see Jesus. I have a few witnesses who are willing to share their stories. First, we reached Carissa. Hello, Carissa. Please tell us, why was your family so interested in seeing this Jesus?
Heard about all the miracles that happened and we wanted to see him.
Did you have to travel far to see him?
Yeah, we had to walk a really long way.
What did your family do to prepare for this journey?
We left so fast that we forgot to bring food. We were listening to him for so long and we were getting so hungry.
Did you leave at this point to go into town to get some food? Tell us what happened.
So the disciples came by looking for some food. None of us else had food because we were all hungry too.
Thank you, Carissa. Next, we go to Mr. Bob, where we reached him inside his home to tell us what happened next.
Jesus had us sit down in groups of people, and then Peter came. He had a loaf of bread in his hand, and every time he picked off a piece to give to somebody, it just grew back. Can you believe it? That's what actually happened. It was Peter was just taking bread and piece of bread, passing it around to the whole group, and it just kept growing back. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Wow, Bob. That sounds like you're still rejoicing and excited about what happened.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Well, you can believe it. We were thrilled to reach the boy that had the special lunch. Can you tell us what happened?
People were so hungry and I was the only one that had food. The disciples came to me and asked if I had any food. But all I had is 5 loaves and 2 fish. They brought me to Jesus to show Jesus what I had. Jesus thought what I had was enough. And he blessed the food. And the disciples started handing out my little loaves and fish. And it was enough.
I can't believe what Jesus did with that little bit of food.
I only had a little bit, but Jesus made it into a lot.
Hi, I'm still live and on location of Jesus feeding 5,000. I found just one of the 12 baskets left over from Jesus multiplying 5 loaves of bread into this. This is amazing. Back to you, Leslie.
Thank you, Annabelle, for that amazing story. Imagine that little boy with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. He could never have imagined that his little bit of food would feed more than 5,000 people. But he gave the little bit of food that he had to Jesus, and Jesus did big things with it. That brings us to our next segment, the guy with all the questions and no answers.
Hey, I got questions. Do you have answers? If you were the little boy, would you have given all your food to Jesus? Why or why not? Pause and discuss. Do you think the disciples ever imagined that Jesus could multiply the bread and fish to feed the people? Why or why not? Our big idea for today is that Jesus has the power to provide, so we can go to him with our needs. So that makes me wonder. We know he can do cool miracles like multiplying the bread and fish, but are there other ways? I wonder if he can use us to help provide needs for other people. What do you think?
I hope you're able to find some answers to help out our question guide for today. Do you ever feel at home that you only have a little bit of talent, a little bit of time, or a little bit of something to give Jesus? Maybe not enough to make a big difference in the world? Well, it's easy to think that what you have to offer Jesus isn't enough. But when we give a tiny bit of time, or a tiny bit of money, or a tiny bit of talent, what we have, Jesus is able to do big things with it. Far more than we could ever ask or imagine. Well, let's take a look at our Bible verse today.
Hi everybody, it's Paul here, and today I would like to share with you the memory verse coming from Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. Now to him who is able to do far more abundantly than all that we ask or think, according to the power at work within us. So that's Ephesians 3, verse 20. And keep practicing that memory verse for this week, and we will see you soon.
Thanks, Paul. Well, because of his power, Jesus can take our tiny bit of time and our tiny bit of talent and our tiny bit of money and do far more with it than we could ever ask or imagine. Isn't that amazing? Well, imagine just for a minute how Jesus could use your small gifts to do big things. Imagine if you shared a few small words of encouragement to a friend who was discouraged. Jesus could take those few words to make a big difference in their life. Imagine if you spent a small amount of time running a lemonade stand and raising money for a missionary. Well, I want to challenge you and your family with the 40 Acts of Lent wall chart. There's more information if you go to Living Hope website. You can click and download this wall chart for yourself. And there's some really cool little things. And some of them are really little. They take a little bit of time, a little bit of talent, a little bit of money. Some of them don't take any money at all. But these are all little things that we can do to help people who are maybe lonely, discouraged, and Jesus can do big things with what we have to offer. So I want to challenge you to take a peek at that and see, what can your family do? What can you do to help make a big difference in someone's life today? Thank you so much for joining me for The Point, where we got to the point and learned that Jesus can take what we have to give and do amazing big things with it, just like he did with that small boy with his small little lunch that he was able to feed all those people. Well, friends, that just about wraps us up for today. Thanks for joining me, and remember, stay safe. We'll see you next time.